What's up guys, this is Michael with Crash Course Code, and this is going to be the 11th video in the Java programming series. In this video we're going to cover method arguments. So method arguments are variables or classes that you can put between these parentheses here. So to start, we're just going to take all this out because we don't really need that, and we're going to declare a new method. So this method we're going to call, we're going to do public static void print sum. So now we have the method stub just like we had before, but now we need to insert some arguments in here. So we're going to say int num1 and int num2. So this right here is an argument, and this right here is an argument. All arguments within the parentheses of a method are separated by a comma, like you can see here. So with arguments, when you call a function, say from the main area right here, you can pass in numbers to the function so that the function can use them and do an operation on them. So let's say within the function we want to just add these two numbers together. So we're going to do int sum, create a new variable, equals num1 plus num2. So now we get whatever you pass into the function is going to be added together and put into this sum variable. So now we actually want to print this out. So we're going to do system.out.println sum, and now we have a complete print sum method. So to actually use this, we need to call it within the main function. So we're going to say print sum. Let's say we want to add 3 and 7 together. So what this is doing is it's replacing this 3 in with this num1 and the 7 in for num2. Now when you pass in arguments to a function, it always goes in consecutive order. So if I were to switch these up, this would switch the variables that they are replaced with. So the 7 would now be num1, and the 3 would now be num2. So now you'll see when I run this, it gives us a value of 10. And the reason it's giving us this value of 10 is it's printing out within the print sum function, and that's exactly what we want. So some of you might be thinking something like, well, why don't you just take out these arguments, say, completely, and let's say you have int num1 equals 3, and the main function int num2 equals 7, say for example. And now you just want to do the print sum method. In the print sum method, it says int sum equals num1 plus num2. System.out.println sum. Well, you're going to see here that it actually gives us an error because this function doesn't recognize the variables num1 and num2. Even though we declared them up here, there is a concept in programming called scope, meaning that whatever you declare, whatever kind of indentation you declare your variables in is the scope in which those variables can be accessed. So I can't access the num1 and num2 within this function. So you can't actually use it unless you pass them into the function. And that's the reason we have arguments. That just keeps the code a lot cleaner. And also if you end up having variables that are the same name but used in different contexts, that's the reason that kind of exists. So I'll go over scope more in a future video, but basically what you need to know is if you want to use a variable in a function, you have to pass it in from the outside. So it's going to be print sum int, let's just kind of fix this again, int num2, 3, let's do 10 and 7, and print this out again, and you see we get 17. So that's going to be the basic intro for methods. Method arguments. In the next video, we're going to cover something called return types, which are another awesome feature of functions. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.